Okay, move on to game number 2, which is also on Friday night, and it's Genoa versus Juve. Genoa plus 305. Genoa double chances at minus 110. Juve are at minus 110. A lot of people are thinking, don't complicate it, just do the money line. Under or over is at 2.5. Maybe you're only going to get one of these two sides that are going to contribute to that. Juve to score twice is at minus 105. The draw is at plus 260. Matty, talk to me about this game before we go to the Juve fan.
Yeah, so basically there's two realistic scenarios that should happen in this game. Either Juventus win this game 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1, or somehow Genoa are able to catch a draw here and this in 0-0 or 1-1. In my opinion, those are the two only outcomes in this game, which is why it is tricky. And why this is a game where there's a lot of value on the first half, because Juve definitely should score first in this matchup. So if they do that and Genoa are able to score and this game ends 1-1, well, maybe you would have been able to hit the first half even though this game ties. But in my opinion, the most likely outcome in this game is that Juventus win this game 1-0, 2-0, or 2-1. And I'm not going to complicate it by even taking the team total over 1.5. I'm just going to take them to win. If this game is tied late, I think they definitely have the firepower and the motive really to get the job done here and win this game. And so I'm just keeping it simple. Don't complicate this one.
Okay, Mina, can you just educate the people that are not really aware of the Champions League standings? So do we get 3 or 4 places for the Italian sides in the Champions League?
Italy have gone 4 places for the Champions League. So Juventus.
So it's done.
So it's done. It's all over for them. They don't effectively need any more points, and they can actually think about the game going forward, because that is the only final that they're part of, and the only trophy that they can really compete for is the Coppa Italia against Inter, and so of course against Inter. So that game between these two sides is called the Derby d'Italia because it's the most important game usually, and it pits the two most successful domestic teams in Italy. So it's already been confirmed that they're going to play an academy product in midfield. This is what worries me, because Genoa love a draw. We know that they've been on a risky sort of downward spiral recently, and they've lost quite a few games. But they are a team that right now just need to collect a 4 points or anything to survive. And we know that they had a terrible derby against Sampdoria last week, so they're going to want to bounce back. And this is the perfect game to do it, because they know Juventus don't care. So they don't need the points, frankly speaking. They've already managed a Champions League spot. They know they're probably not going to get to third anyway. So let's prepare for the derby. Let's actually only just, send out our academy products. This is a potential, because they do have lots of absences, which is why it scares me that it could be a 0-0 or a 1-1. But I do fancy them to score a goal, because it does wonders for them when they are competing for trophies. Allegri likes that. So I couldn't find value, except if I thought first half. And Genoa tends to concede more in the first half than the second one. And Juventus tend to score more in the first half than the second one. So I went for that.
Yeah, listen, and alarm bells must be going off for anyone that thinks that Juve are going to just roll into town. First of all, your first alarm bell is it's minus 110. Okay, Genoa, desperate to need points. Juve have already locked in their Champions League place. Juve have a cup final to look forward to. I mean, this is not like, be careful, this is a lineup check. Could we not see maybe 5, 6, 7 changes? Are we going to see Vlahovic, Morata, Dybala? How many of these players, do you think are not going to play?
Yeah, that's the thing. They don't really have a team, because they have lots of absences in midfield anyway. There's no Locatelli, there's no Weston McKennie, there's no pretty much anyone. So we know they're going to play Fabio Miretti, who they played last week as well. They might introduce a few more youth products, but probably not more than that, to be honest with you. It's just that Genoa are very exhausting to play against. So you know what they're like. They'll defend really tight and compact and try to turn this into a battle. And Juventus won't engage them. That's the truth of it. But you never know. Sometimes the kids, like we saw with Real Madrid, the kids can bring all the energy and the athleticism you may need to actually take on that fight. So this is why, you would expect Juventus to win this. The fact that Allegri already was almost disappointed they won against Sassuolo because he thought it was going to be a draw. You know, he's not somebody that's really like desperate for 3 points. So
I'm just wondering what was the 2.5 again? Because I'm thinking we don't see 3 goals here. Maybe I think that we may see 1-0.
But it wasn't
1-0 early on. Juve.
The over was plus 105. I think it was like minus 110 or minus 115 for the under. But I'll say one more thing about this game. At least in my opinion, it is that the under 2.5 is minus 125. Flash.
Okay.
At least in my opinion in this game is I just don't think Genoa have the capability to score in this game, right? And Juventus is going to be missing Quadraro.
Yeah, Quadraro.
Right? Yeah, sorry. And what's his name? Pellegrino, right? Forgive me. I'm not very good at these names. Okay. So
really? We'd never have guessed.
Okay, right. So they're going to be missing those 2 guys, but they still have plenty of other defenders. And even if the academy guys are coming in the midfield, I think Genoa is going to struggle to score in this game. So if they can get the shutout and Juventus can at least get 1 goal, I think we have a chance to win this game. And regardless, Vlahovic is in the game. I think they definitely still have a chance to win the game if it's 1-1 late. And so I still like their chances. They're not going to have their best lineup, but I guarantee at least 75% of their lineup would be starting if they were wearing a Genoa uniform.
Okay, well, we're cheering them on anyway. That is for sure. We're cheering on the Juve money line. Just a quick one. Have you got the how many corners? Because I'd expect this to maybe like 8.5 this.
Yeah, so I actually have a banker on this game. I have the corners in this game. Juventus absolutely dominating Genoa head to head. So far in the corner battle, head to head at least all time. And Genoa on the corner battle this season, they've lost 3 of their last 4. They have lost 7 of their last 9 corner battles. And Juventus is only -1 on the corner spread tomorrow. I absolutely love it. It's my favorite play this week.
Okay, well, let's have a little look at the official picks. There's plenty of.
And I almost totally forgot about it.
Now.
Juve first half money line plus 145, 1-0 at half time, and we will all settle for 1-0 at full time as well. Juve money line at minus 110, not complicating it. And also, Matty's got a second pick, which is Juve -1 on the corners at minus 115. So Juve have got to basically have 2 more corners than Genoa. The whole game absolutely stinks until we'll see them lineups. It might be one of those where you do like the Juve lineup and then you jump in because the line's not got far to move.
And that actually, or not worth it with Matty having chosen it.
What one do you like?
I do like the corners one a lot.
Yeah, well, if you guys are right, and I mean, Genoa will go out there and either score or hold Juventus scoreless. I mean, I definitely think this play it will be even.
I just want to see what attacking players Juve play.
Yeah,
that's the bottom line. Juve don't need any points.
Yeah, I do recommend probably waiting for lineups on this game. I think I agree with that, Flash. I think you probably should wait on lineups for this game.
Yeah, because Juve have no motivation at all against a team fighting for their lives, especially with Salernitana picking up points against Venezia. I mean, everything just tells you it's an end of season. Listen, we don't care. Good luck. We're going to give people a chance to play that don't normally play, but then that can sometimes be a massive positive because Juve might have young boys that have been dreaming of getting a proper start. They get their start and they make the most of it, and a new star is born.